I used to sit in my car after work with the engine off, staring at the steering wheel. Sometimes for 5 minutes, sometimes for 20. Not because I was exhausted, but because I didn't want to walk back into my life. That small moment, sitting in silence, delaying the inevitable, became the most honest part of my day. For 10 years, this was normal. I'm not telling this story as someone who hit rock bottom in a dramatic way. No addictions, no crime, no tragic childhood that explains everything. Just a regular guy, a regular American life, and a quiet, growing hatred for the life I was living. I grew up believing that if you did everything right, life would eventually feel right too. Graduate, get a job, be responsible, don't complain. So I followed the plan. By my mid-20s, I had what people call stability, a steady paycheck, a routine, a life that looked fine from the outside. Inside, I felt completely disconnected. Every morning felt like starting a race I didn't sign up for. Same alarm, same shower, same drive, same conversations I didn't care about. I wasn't building anything. I wasn't moving toward anything. I was just repeating days and hoping time would move faster. By my late 20s, something terrifying happened. My life stopped feeling temporary. It felt permanent. Sunday nights were the worst. That heavy pressure in your chest when you realize Monday is coming whether you're ready or not. I would sit there, watching TV, scrolling my phone, pretending I was relaxed, while my body knew the truth. I told myself, this is just adulthood. This is what being a man feels like. Everyone feels this way. But deep down, I knew I was lying. The hardest part wasn't sadness. It was shame. Watching other men move forward. Careers taking off. Marriages. Kids. Confidence. And then there was me, stuck in the same place, quietly angry, pretending I didn't care. I stopped going to reunions. Stopped asking people how they were doing, because I didn't want them to ask me back. At night, I'd lie in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying old decisions, old mistakes, thinking about all the versions of myself I never became, wondering when exactly I gave up, because I knew I had. One night, driving home from work, I missed my exit on the highway. I didn't notice right away. I was too deep in my head. I just kept driving. And for a moment, just a moment, I thought, what if I don't turn back? That thought scared me more than anything else. Not because it was emotional, but because it was calm. That's when I realized something had to change. Not in a motivational way, in a survival way. Nothing magical happened after that night. No sudden clarity, no burst of confidence, no inspiration. What changed my life started with one brutal realization. I hated my life because I wasn't choosing it. I was living on autopilot, waiting to feel motivated, waiting to feel ready, waiting for confidence to show up first. It never did. So I stopped waiting. I didn't start big. I didn't find my purpose. I didn't reinvent myself. I started with discipline. Not the Instagram kind, but the boring, lonely kind. Same wake-up time every day, even on weekends. Especially on weekends. Movement, even when I didn't feel like it. Walking, stretching, anything to remind my body I wasn't dead. I stopped flooding my mind with noise at night. Less scrolling, less distraction, more silence, even when it was uncomfortable. I wrote down the things I was avoiding. Not fixing them yet, just admitting they existed. No one noticed. No one clapped. My life didn't look better from the outside. But inside, something small shifted. For the first time in years, I was keeping promises to myself. Small promises, almost pathetic ones. But they mattered. Weeks passed, then months. I still didn't love my life, but I stopped hating myself. And that changed everything. I realized my life wasn't broken. It was neglected. I wasn't lazy. I wasn't weak. I was just disconnected from my own standards. Slowly, I started making decisions I used to avoid. Hard conversations, small risks, uncomfortable honesty. Not because I felt brave, but because I was tired of feeling trapped. Today, my life isn't perfect. I still struggle. I still doubt myself. But I don't sit in my car anymore, afraid to go inside. I don't wish days away. I don't feel like my life is happening to me. I show up, even on hard days, especially on hard days. And that's the difference. If you hate your life right now, I'm not going to tell you to be positive. I'm not going to tell you everything happens for a reason. I'll tell you this instead. You don't hate your life because you're broken. You hate it because you're done living on autopilot. And that moment, right there, is where real change actually begins.